Greetings. My name is Darren B-Side Young. I'm the Director of Business Development for DAS Audio of America. I'm here at our sunny South Florida headquarters in Miami, Florida, and we're here to show you the DAS control features of the Vantec-20A. So here I've got a Vantec-20A, and we've actually already removed the rain cover. The rain covers are free and included on any of our array products, that is the Event Series and the Vantec-20A or the Vantec-118A sub. These are great if you're going to be outdoors and set up and be prepared for rain or any other inclement weather. We've removed it so you can actually see the screen a lot better. Here you can see I've got the total interface with the rain cover removed. And the first thing you'll notice, it's quite different than the full range cabinets you find in the series, and that's because this is a fixed curve array. I've got an input and loop through along with power con in and power con through. This is ideal so you can stack or hang multiple Vantec-20As and just link the power and or audio signal through the entire chain. I've got DAS control with an encoder here. As you can see, I've got a default main screen, which is very similar. I have one VU meter in and one for the out. I've got my volume control, which is controlled by the encoder. I also have the number of units here, along with the high pass filter and throw. The current throw and the current high pass filter setting will always show on the audio management screen. If I wanted to make adjustments to that, I would click the encoder, and that brings me into my main menu. So in my main menu, I'm going to look at the number of units. It can range from 1 to 5. Remember, that's the EQ compensation that takes place when you have a number of units stacked together. You just want to simply add the number of units you have and set all cabinets to that same number. High pass filter. Again, if I'm going to use a high pass filter on the cabinet, here I do not want to have a filter on the sub as well as a filter on the top. Or if I'm using an external processor, I do not want to have any of the crossover or high pass filter settings selected. So I would basically leave that off. You do have the option of 63 Hertz if you wanted to get more low frequency into the cabinet, or your traditional sub setting, which is going to match the Vantec-118A, or you can do the default for most crossover settings, which is somewhere around 100 Hertz. You do have exactly 100 Hertz as your option for the high pass filter. Again, you want to leave it off if you're using external processors. You have the ability to adjust your throw. Right now I'm on mid, but it can range from short, mid-short, mid-long, and long. This is going to be used and ideal if you're in a room, perhaps where you're very close to a wall, or you're in a very shallow room. You may want to adjust your settings to be short so that you don't have a lot of unwanted frequencies bouncing off the back wall. If you're outdoors or in a very large room and you have a cluster together and you need it to travel further, you need it to sound to get further to cover the full audience, that would be ideal for mid, long, or long. And I have wireless audio settings on the Vantec-20 as well. And then I have my options, and then I can go back to the main screen. So let's go in and look at some of the options, because typically this is a set it and forget it type scenario. I can adjust the brightness, the contrast. This is going to be great, especially if it's installed or you're in a dark environment. You may not want the screen to be too bright, or you may need to adjust it if you're outdoors. You have the ability to turn the dimming on and off, as well as turning the logo on, off, or set it to limit mode. This is great if you're going to have a permanent hang, or you're using it in a production environment where you want to make sure when you're hitting the limit of the cabinet. I have a menu lock feature, which is great. It's on, off, or I can even password protect it to lock out any unwanted changes from anyone else. I also have the standby, which is our energy efficient, eco-friendly mode, which allows you to make the cabinet turn the amplifier off at the designated setting. It ranges from 30 seconds all the way up to 10 minutes. And then I can reset the device. This is ideal if I am a rental or production company and I'm constantly deploying the system, making changes and adjustments. It's a lot easier to go and just reset your device and then start from scratch. Those are all of my options. And then I also have the information screen, which is going to be important to let me know what model, ID, and firmware that I'm using on the speaker, which is going to be very important if you're going to use the wireless settings. So those are all of your settings and features of the DAS control interface for the Vantec-20A. Make sure you reach out to us via social media or Facebook, Instagram at DAS Audio USA, or you can reach us at dasaudio.com. Thanks for watching.